like what you've done with the place. Thanks. So I guess the only question here is, what now? I'm gonna do what I do best. Reviewing Miraculous episodes. Weren't you going to open up this episode review with Nickelback's Woke Up This Morning? Oh. Well... yeah, it wasn't exactly pretty. Yeah, I told you lip syncing to Nickelback was a bad idea. So what's this I hear about you being put on a watch list? Oh, that? Yeah, Ladybug and Cat Noir put me on a watch list because I said a few things that they didn't like. Wow, they really can't handle that much criticism? Stubborn as usual. Right now, I'm just hoping that the music critic can work on the defense system just in case they do show up. Didn't the music critic say he was working on a project of his own? Yeah, something about an AJR review? Oh. Well, I'll wish him the best of luck if I ever come across him. Anyways, I gotta start this video. Good luck on the collector review! Thanks! Gonna need it.
Warning, the following video will contain spoilers for an episode of Miraculous Ladybug Season 2. If you want my recommendation, watch the episode I am watching before continuing on with this video. But if you don't care about spoilers, then just sit back and enjoy.
This is for you, Keith! Now then, shall we start again? Hello everybody and welcome to Season 2 of the Miraculous Marathon! Oh my god, I can't believe I'm finally reviewing this season. You know, waiting for this season must have been a pain for us Miraculars. We had to wait from December 11th, 2016 to October 26, 2017 in order for the first episode, or second if you want to get technical, to even be released. Though in my case, while waiting for the actual episodes to be released wasn't so much of an issue, waiting to actually watch the rest of them, yeah, that was kind of a struggle for me. However, it's finally here, it's been out for a year, I've watched them all, and... yeah, spoiler alert, this is so much better than Season 1. Everything about this season, from the animation, the action scenes, the writing, the humor, the relationships, it all just feels so much more refined than it has ever been in Season 1. Even the opening intro is much better here, seriously, compare this to Season 1. Yeah, it doesn't even stand a chance against this new one. And there's so much more emotion behind it, so many more moments, so many more moments, so many more moments, and of course, so many more moments. And if you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm all about those moments. So yeah, this season's kind of intense. However, I've got myself prepped up. I got a brand new jacket for my birthday, thank you so much, Beanie. I got a brand new can of cherry cola, no sponsorship, and I even got myself an attractive new wall. Oh wait, it's not attractive enough. Here we go. Okay, 19 minutes later, and now it looks more attractive. Well, to me, I guess. So yeah, for the first episode of Season 2, I'm dedicating this review to one of my personal favorite, if not my absolute favorite voice actor, and the voice of Gabriel, Hawkmoth, and Prince Ali Miraculous Hiyabachu. Gotta be kidding me. Keith Silverstein. This guy is just a joy. He's not only incredibly nice and funny, sometimes in a morbid sense.
Maybe I could have an entire factory of Kwamis working for me.
You want to put the Kwamis in slavery?
Well, I didn't say slavery. Way to put words in my mouth. Of course I was going to give them a living wage. What were you thinking?
But this guy's got a huge resume of characters he voices. some of which that stood out to me, well, aside from the obvious, were the infamous Nazim from Skyrim, Vector from Sonic the Hedgehog, Simon Belmont from Castlevania Judgment, and Smash Bros. Ultimate, Dr. Wily from Mega Man 11, Masayoshi Shido from Persona 5, Hung from the Resident Evil series, especially the Resident Evil 2 remake, Kirby O'Neil from TMNT 2012, and perhaps his most defining role in his entire career, a rapping Zebrasaurus from Sesame Street.
Come draw with me, it sure is great. A circle is round just like this plate.
And here I thought that a hypnotized Gabriel was the most ridiculous thing he had to voice. But yeah, this guy is incredible. He's got quite the range. He makes sure every single line he delivers is absolutely perfect. And he just steals the show no matter what. So much so that we might have to retitle the show Miraculous Tales of Hawkmoth. I mean, it's what he always wanted.
I meant a Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and...
There's gonna be a new show though. Tales of Hawkmoth.
And need I mention how nice he is? When I met him back at Anime Week in Atlanta along with Stephanie Shea, Christine M. Cabanos, and Christina V,
I feel lucky to have survived with this intact.
he not only complimented my cosplay, but he also took a photo of it as well as the box and posted it on his Twitter, and I wouldn't find out about it until May 23rd, 2018. And need I mention the time I met him at MomoCon? And Keith, I cannot thank you enough for the kind words, for that photo opportunity, and just for making my day at that convention. And I hope you liked the box that I gave to you. And I hope you found a place for it, just so Ladybug and Cat Noir don't take it away from you. Seriously, with what's happening now, I'm kind of worried about that. Protect the box, Keith! Okay, I got a review to do. I've gushed about this guy for long enough. So, with all of my rambling and all of my inner Hawkmoth fanboy out of the way, let's have a look at Episode 1, The Collector. So we begin this episode picking up where Volpino left off, with Marinette meeting Master Fu for the first time. Properly.
Marinette, you're always ready to help others. I knew that day, that very moment, that you'd make a fantastic ladybug.
You know, given how I ranted about Ladybug extensively in my Origins review, to the point of being put on a watch list, yeah, it's clear to me that if this guy's going to be giving out the Miraculouses, we can kiss our sorry butts goodbye. And he weighs in Tiki tell her that he's the last of the orders of the Guardians of the Miraculouses. Man, that's a mouthful. And I know the word miraculous is also used in a plural tense, but I don't care. I'm saying Miraculouses. Who's going to stop me? Ladybug? I sure hope not! Yeah, these Guardians are chosen and trained for years to distribute these Miraculouses for the good of humanity. However, when Master Fu was younger, he made a grave mistake.
The Guardian's temple was destroyed, all because of me.
I knew it! I knew that we were screwed if this guy's distributing the Miraculouses. I mean, what did I tell you? Alright, moving on. So what's in the Miraculopedia that's so important? Well, a bunch of spells that can give the miraculous heroes powers we haven't seen before. Okay, what is it with this episode and trying to make me lose hope? Seriously, we've already went into 3 moments that make me feel like there was absolutely no hope for Paris or no hope for me. I mean, really, I don't see how this could get any worse.
Whoever owned the spellbook could be Hawkmoth?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Okay, so Master Fu asks Marinette where she found the spellbook, and after she remembers that Adrian had it before Lila took it and threw it in the dump, and after lying to Master Fu about where she found it, our hero, ladies and gentlemen, she decides to do some investigating to find out if Adrian is sorry, I cannot get over that! She sees Adrian and Cat Noir together with similar features and denies them being the same, and then she sees Hawkmoth with the cold, heartless, intimidating voice that sounds like it's coming from an adult, mostly because it is, in comparison to Adrian's dorky teenage voice. Bryce Papenbrook, I am so sorry for calling your voice dorky, please do not hurt me! But when she remembers him having that book, she seriously thinks that Adrian is Hawkmoth? What are they putting in the water in this city? Well, wouldn't you know, that theory gets put down because Marinette sees Chloe on the floor bawling her eyes out at school because meanwhile at the Agrest mansion, Adrian gets caught red-handed stealing his father's book. And if you saw my April Fool's video, you'll know exactly where this is heading.
You won't be returning to school.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
it before, so yeah, Adrian's grounded and he's not allowed to see his friends again. And for some reason, Plag thinks they should be celebrating. Oh yeah, Plag was there when Adrian was snooping around, so wouldn't he be caught by one of the cameras, thus exposing Cat Noir's identity? Well...
It's a good thing we Kwamis can never be filmed or photographed. Oh, those photographers have no idea what they're missing.
Do I even have to ask?
Because it's magic?
So back to Marinette, when Nino tells her why Adrian got trapped in his house again...
Phew!
Oh, wow. Okay, that got a laugh out of me. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so after that gloriously inappropriate reaction, Marinette and Tiki inevitably come to the conclusion that Gabriel is really a Hawkmoth. So it's that easy to figure out Hawkmoth's identity, but it's not that easy to figure out your partners? Man, the odds really are stacked against us, aren't they, Hawky? I'm talking to a photo right now. But yeah, Ladybug and eventually Cat Noir think they have the villain's identity down pat, putting him in a position where he might actually lose. But little do the heroes know that Hawkmoth has sensed Gabriel's misery from his missing book. Or should I say his unbridled rage. And now he has the perfect opportunity to send Nekuma to make Gabriel his next minion and prove the miraculous duo wrong. Yeah, I lied. They really are the same.
Dark wings, fall!
Yep, the entire rant I made in the Origins review about Gabriel being Hawkmoth has been confirmed by the show itself. Though in this episode, he's just trying to cover it up so nobody finds that out. He's well aware of the fact that if the duo find out that he's the one who owned the book, he'd be bone faster than you can say Razamafu. And so he caused the ruckus to make it seem like he lost his mind, though if you were to actually see him causing that ruckus, he's just about as nonchalant as Tommy Wiseau in the room. And is akumatizing himself, saying that he's trying to fill in the void from the lost book, but is really trying to make the duo believe...
Gabriel Gress can't possibly be Hawkmoth since he's been akumatized.
So yeah, when I saw a few spoilers that Gabriel was going to be akumatized in this episode, I was kinda dumbfounded. I seriously thought that my theory of Gabriel being Hawkmoth was going to be thrown out the window. However, once I saw a few more spoilers and found out that this was more of a cover-up, yeah, I breathed a sigh of relief. Gabriel, you're a genius. Most of the time. And while we're on Gabriel being akumatized, man, is his akumatized form something else. This is honestly one of the best akumatized villains in the series, not just because he's Hawkmoth, though it is part of the reason, but just because he's a powerhouse.
He won't be able to escape!
Seriously, this villain does not hold back when it comes to fighting the duo. He really wants those Miraculouses, and he won't go down without putting up a really good fight. And yeah, he puts up a pretty good fight. I mean, Christ, you wouldn't expect a man who looks this prim and proper to be this well versed in martial arts. As for his powers, well, much like Pixelator, he only has one, but in this case, I don't really mind it. I actually think it works for him. He can use his book to trap and keep anything he wants in his collection. Even his own assistants, who kind of helped him out with his plan. Some respect for Natalie you have there, I mean, jeez! But yeah, the Collector is an amazing villain in terms of power and mercilessness. He is essentially Pixelator minus the creepy backstory and ability to be negotiated with. Even his design is better. I would question his spikeals, but aside from that, there's nothing really wrong with his design. It's over the top. It's an exaggerated form of Gabriel's self, and I think it works. Though I do have to question, why is his skin purple?
Oh, wait a minute. Someone actually answered that in the blog.
Well, thanks, Angelica. So when Ladybug and Cat Noir arrive, they see the wreckage Gabriel caused, and when Ladybug decides to check on Adrian to see if he's okay, suddenly suddenly Collector, ready to give them a good old-fashioned imprisonment. And so we have an action scene, and oh my god, this looks great. The choreography, the camera work, the tension when Cat Noir's staff gets collected. These next few minutes are just pure eye candy, and I love every second of it. Really, words cannot do these scenes justice. You just have to see in order to really appreciate these action scenes. They're just that good. So Ladybug uses her lucky charm, and what does she summon this time?
A pedal?
But Ladybug can't really come up with anything useful for the bike pedal, so after a bit more fighting and a nod to Star Wars, Ladybug's yo-yo gets collected and then Cat Noir falls for the act as you saw before.
You call Agress turning into the collector good news?
Well, I certainly do. Seriously, what have Akuma's ever done to you? Aside from possess your friends and loved ones to cause damage to the city and put your other friends and loved ones in danger. Wow, I am bad at this. So they head to Adrian's room and Ladybug discovers that he is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe the collector's already captured him.
You think he'd take it out on his own son?
Who do they think this guy is? Gendo Akari? I mean, yeah, he's ruthless enough to collect Adrian's caretaker and bodyguard, but I highly doubt that he would ever do that to the only bit of family he has left without feeling the slightest bit guilty. But when the collector finds them, out of nowhere, Ladybug wonders,
what if he has no pages left in his book?
Well, we saw in an earlier scene that he can just simply erase anything he's collected. So if you were to fill up his book, he could just simply erase one page, collect you, and then bye-bye little Ladybug.
Before I immortalize you, allow me to seize your miraculous for Hawkmoth.
You know, considering the entire point of Gabriel akumatizing himself was just to throw the duo off of Hawkmoth's trail, creating a red herring, so to say, I have to wonder, what would actually happen if Gabriel won the fight with the duo? How exactly would that play out? You actually thought that I worked for Hawkmoth? Well, it turns out that I am Hawkmoth. Now that I finally have your miraculouses, I shall make my wish come true! Adrian? So Ladybug decides to steal Cat Noir's belt. Okay, I should seriously be censoring this. I had sinned again! She steals his belt and attaches it and the pedal to a foosball table to create a disc launcher. And Cat Noir cataclysms the shells and cases, leaving the DVDs to be launched at the collector. And I feel like with all the banter between them being spoken out loud, he probably should have taken the DVDs like a man, or at least dodged them to save some pages for his book, but no. He collects some of them, and by the time he gets to Ladybug, he's all out of pages. Is Gabriel doing this intentionally? Like, is he biding his time for a more humiliating defeat of the duo? I really don't know. I'm not angry at this, I'm just confused. Anyways, before Collector can even erase a single photo, Ladybug kicks a book out of his hand and soon destroys it, releasing the Akuma. Turn everything back to normal, insert status quo you seen here, and then fist bump.
Pound? Are you okay, sir?
Or not, we just get a nod to Animan of all things.
Hi, Mom!
Yeah, these two were made for each other. Another day, another attack, another victory for... I don't want to say the Miraculous Duo because Gabriel kind of got what he wanted, so... Another victory for Hawkmoth?
Sorry, show's over.
So the two comfort Gabriel and he thanks them and asks where Adrian is.
He must be hiding.
Cat Noir's right. Otherwise, your son would have reappeared right here.
Cat Noir thought you collected your own son. Ain't that funny? Why are you giving me that look? After they leave, we cut back to Mary, telling Master Fu about the book being Gabriel's, and the whole truth about her thinking Adrian is I'm sorry, I'm still not over that! And wouldn't you know, Master Fu knows Marinette's secret crush on him. You know, if an old man and a little girl can figure this out, how is it that this dumb blonde can't see that Marinette is in love with him?
What?
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Marinette is moron sexual and Adrian is her moron. But she won't be able to see him again because as long as they have the book, Adrian will never be allowed back at school, so we can kiss the love square goodbye.
These modern inventions really are quite incredible.
Why must the most depressingly satisfying moments be saved by convenience? So with the pictures of the book on a phone, Marinette heads back to Gabriel and explains the entire thing to him in a spiel that, from the look on his face, is probably annoying him to the lowest level of hell and making him think, could you get to the point already? I got a couple hundred more Akumas to cut. Designs to make. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? And she finally gives him the book, Adrian's allowed to go to school, he and his father share a touching moment, and I guess everything is back to normal. Then the episode decides to drop this bombshell.
So then, if you already had a copy of the book, why'd you go through all that trouble?
I did what I had to do to keep my secret.
So, this guy grounded his son for stealing a book that was the last gift Emily gave him before her disappearance, and the only piece of her he has left outside of Adrian to ensure his identity is covered up, and he didn't even need the book. Gabriel, I said this before and I'll say it again. You're an evil genius. Again, most of the time. So yeah, everything's fine for Hawkmoth. The duo have been misled, so now he can unleash a lot more new Akumas to help get his Miraculouses. All's well that ends well, I suppose! So that was The Collector. How does it? Holy crap, this episode was amazing! To say that this episode is a great start to Season 2 would be an understatement. It's a phenomenal episode, and the main reason for that is mostly Gabriel Agreste as a whole. He's so evil in this, it's not even funny. His collector form is great in terms of design, power, and ruthlessness, and Keith Silverstein, do I even have to talk about his performance? Much like Ezra Weiss and Simon Says, Keith steals the show in every scene he's in, especially as the aforementioned collector. Everything else here is top-notch, with the story being intriguing, emotional, and intense, the other performances being great as well, and the action scenes rivaling, if not topping, the one in Copycat. I might be a bit biased with this episode considering this is essentially Hawkmoth's episode, but I don't care. We're one episode in and I already have a contender for best of the season. It is just that good. Seriously, I don't have to say anything else other than you must watch it. It's a freaking amazing episode that deserves every bit of praise it gets. To the people who made this, you knocked this one out of the park and you have all of my respect for it. Well, Keith, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope that the rest of you guys enjoyed it as well. We can finally get this Season 2 marathon rolling! So next time on the Miraculous Marathon, we're going to be having a look at Despair Bear. But I don't know, I kind of want to do something different for the next video. Maybe an album review, or two, I don't know. Until then, this is ASLB, and I've got nothing else to say other than have a great life, stay miraculous, protect the box, please, and see ya. Finally got that review done. Now to work on the others.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content, support me on Patreon, and check out all my other reviews on ASLB247. See you next time.
Why did you lie to Master Fu?
Because that's all she's good at doing!